Hello viewers, hope you are doing great. And in this video, we are going to talk about the new TCS rules, the latest TCS rule that have come into play from the month of July, the latest notification that the government has released, and how it will be impacting your life from 1st October 2023. So, uh, before we begin this video, I think if you are a traveler who likes to travel a lot outside of India, or you are a student who aspire to study outside of India, or for any of your health emergencies, or for any of the reasons you would want to get your treatment done outside of India, then this video is definitely going to be helpful for you, because you will come to know how it may or may not have a dent on your pocket going forward. So currently, how the system works is that as per the LRS scheme which the government has introduced, you as an individual, you as a taxpayer, are allowed to send money outside of India uh, up till the tune of 250,000 US dollars. um, and if you have to send money above that amount, which is very rarely the case for most of the individuals, um, you can send money very seamlessly using the LRS system which the government has created. But the government also wants that everyone like you and me should be paying their taxes, their correct taxes. So they try to collect the tax at the source itself, so that they are aware of your income, and if they find any discrepancy in terms of the money which you are sending out of the country and what you are declaring in your income tax declaration, so then they can basically bring more people into the tax net, and also make sure that people are declaring their income, which is their true income. There were recently some regulations, or there were notifications which the government had announced, and in their announcement, the date on which the new TCS was to be implemented was supposed to be 1st July 2023. But then the government faced a lot of backlash from the industry in terms of increasing the TCS rates, and we will get there how the TCS rates are going to be affected. And it also basically, a lot of the banks said that they needed time to execute the technology. The government comes up with protocols, it comes up with guidelines, but then the industry needs time to execute that technology, so that digitally these transactions which are being done, the LRS transactions are being done, the appropriate tax could be collected at source. So I think the most important question: what are the new TCS rules? And specifically, if you are traveling outside of India, if you are a student who's aspiring to basically study in one of the international universities outside of India, or if you are a patient who needs health services, or if you are somebody who uses digital services online, or maybe you are traveling outside and you are basically using your Indian rupee to basically purchase goods outside of India, how are the new TCS rules going to apply to you? So let's look at all the categories one by one, and then we are going to give you a summarization of how the TCS rules stand on as on today, and how they will stand till October 1st or September 30th, 2023. And from 1st of October, how the new rules are going to affect your pocket. So, okay, if you are a traveler who likes to travel a lot, currently what happens is that you basically give a flat 5% TCS on any of your international transactions which you do. So say for example, you go outside, you basically swipe your ATM to withdraw certain cash from, say, any country outside of India. Say you travel to Singapore and you use your Indian debit card to withdraw, say, 100 Singapore dollars. So you will be paying a 5% TCS, because it will be considered an international travel. If you are basically, or you are booking these international bookings, you are buying these international packages, currently you pay a flat 5% TCS, which is collected at source. So if say your international package, the cost of it is 1 lakh rupees, so you will have to basically 5,000 rupees will be deducted at source, and the rest 95,000, which you can basically use that money to basically purchase something for your travel needs. But now what is going to change from 1st October 2023 is that if you are spending, the first 7 lakh rupees are capped at 5%, but if you spend more than 7 lakh rupees in one financial year, so now the TCS will be applicable, or the new TCS rate would be at 20%. So, say for example, you end up spending 10 lakh rupees on international travel. So, for the first 7 lakh rupees, you will pay, say, a TCS of, or the tax that will be collected will be, say, 35,000 rupees. But for the remaining 3 lakh rupees, you will have to end up giving 60,000 rupees as TCS. So be mindful of the fact that if you are a frequent traveler and you love to explore different destinations around the world, and your annual budget of international travel is more than 7 lakh rupees, so this is definitely going to have an impact on your pocket. And if you are a YouTuber, you are a vlogger, you tend to travel a lot of different countries, and then I'm supposing you definitely spend more than 7 lakh rupees a year. So this is going to affect you, the way or the amount of budget now you will need to plan your international travel. So specifically people who travel a lot, this will impact their life a lot. Now let's look at the other two categories. Let's say you are a student. So currently what happens is, if you are a student and you are sending your education fee out of the country, you basically pay zero TCS up to 7 lakh rupees, and then from 7 lakh onwards you pay a TCS of 0.5%. So say for example you are doing your masters, and your annual fee is say 20 lakh rupees. So for the first 7 lakh rupees you pay no TCS, but then for the remaining 13 lakh rupees which you are sending abroad, you end up paying a TCS of 0.5%, which is I think close to 6,500 rupees, right? So for students, this is how it used to be, or how it will be till 30th of September 2023. But then from 1st October, this your life will not change as a student. You will still end up paying 0% TCS up to 7 lakh rupees, and for above 7 lakh rupees you will have to pay a TCS of 0.5%. Now, how does it change for people who go for basically their health treatment outside of India? Again, there is no change. For the first 7 lakh rupees, you pay a zero TCS, and then for any amount which is above 7 lakh rupees, you end up paying a point 0.5 or a 5% TCS. So, say for example, you went for some treatment outside of India, and you ended up paying 10 lakh rupees. So for the first 7 lakh rupees, you will have to pay no TCS. But then for the rest 3 lakh rupees, you will have to end up paying TCS of 5%, which will be, I think, close to 15,000 rupees. So the TCS what you were paying earlier, you still end up paying the same. So it does not really change for you. Okay, now I think let's look at the other categories. So anything which does not fall into education, which does not fall into travel, which does not fall into health category, goes into the other categories. So say for example, you buy a software online, you buy a subscription online, all those will end up being in the other categories. And what the government has basically changed here the rates very dramatically is that earlier, anything which you were spending above 7 lakh rupees, you were paying a flat 5% TCS on it, or that was the TCS that was being deducted from your account, if when you were basically paying anything above 7 lakh rupees. Now the government has basically incremented it, or changed the 5% to 20%. So now when you are paying anything above 7 lakh rupees, the tax that will be collected at source will be 20%. So if you are doing your transactions specifically which don't fall into any of these three categories we spoke about, it is definitely going to hit your pocket. Let's see a quick summary in terms of what we spoke about. So, in terms of education, as I said, there is no change at all. Earlier, you were paying zero TCS for the first 7 lakh rupees, and anything above 7 lakh rupees was at 0.5%. So, it remains the same. Again, for medical treatment, there is no change. Earlier, it was 5% above 7 lakh rupees, and it will be 5% above 7 lakh rupees from 1st October 2023 as well. However, for the other categories, there is a dramatic change. Earlier, it was 5% above any spends above 7 lakh rupees, and now it is going to be 20% above 7 lakh rupees. Um, and then for overseas packages, especially tourist packages, earlier there was a flat 5% irrespective of how much you were spending. Now for only for the first 7 lakh rupees you will spend 5% and then 20% thereafter. So, okay, one more question which might be on your mind is, what is the new TCS rules on international credit cards? And the circular which has come out is pretty clear on that. And what the circular reads, that the transactions made through international credit cards while traveling abroad will not be counted as part of LRS and will not be subjected to TCS. So that is some good news for you if you are using a credit card specifically for international transactions. As of now, the government has not given a date under which it will also bring into the credit cards will also be made a part of TCS. So, okay, one more question which should be on your minds is it the TCS which is collected? Is it something which you pay and you cannot get back? No, the answer for that is no. The tax is collected at source, but when you pay that tax and when you file your income tax return, you can adjust that tax in lieu of what is the tax you are supposed to pay. But you will have to wait for you to file your income tax return. And say for example you are doing a transaction today in July 2023, so you will get the refund of that tax, if any, next year in 2024, or when your when you will file your return in say July 2024 and your return will be processed. So you may end up getting that TCS refund somewhere in the month of August, September, October of 2024. So basically, there is a long period that the TCS will be collected, and if you are eligible for a refund, then it almost takes a maximum of 15 months for you to get your refund or refund back, right? And how does it hit your pocket? Basically, you need to have now more cash flow with you. So earlier, if you were able to buy those services for 100, now you also need to account the 5% TCS which you need to pay in order for you to purchase a service which is of say 100 rupees worth of service, right? So I hope this video gives you an explanation of what are the new TCS rules, how it will change your life from 1st October 2023, and I wish it helps you to plan your finances better. Hopefully, you are liking the content of this video, and I will request you to please use the comment section to comment on any other topics on which you would want to hear our opinion. And again, thanks for watching this video, and I wish you all the best in your financial journey. Again, thanks for watching this video, and I wish you all the best